everyone, today I'm going to show you how to do a more dramatic eye makeup. Again, on camera or on video, it doesn't really justify the intensity. So when I do it really dramatic or dark on the camera, it's 2 times more dramatic in real life. So just so you know. So you can just use it as a guideline. You don't have to make it as dark, or if you want to make it more dramatic, you can add on more. But the videos that I do is just more of a guideline on how to do it and the step to do it. But then you can decide if you want more or less. So today I'm gonna again prep my hair with the hot rollers. It's the fastest and easiest way for me. So this is just my hair freshly washed, and I'm gonna set it first before I do my makeup. So as you can see with the hot rollers, you put it in before you do your makeup, and then when you're done, it's basically all ready for you. So again, I'm gonna part my hair in half and then in 4. It's very important to always brush your hair out before you flat iron it or you curl it. If not, the hair would very easily can be broken or split ends because you're heating it or going through with it with a knot. So it's easier to break the hair that way. So try to tuck in again, those with layered hair, try to tuck all these little end pieces in because those are the ones that needs to be smooth the most. So, okay. So today I'm gonna do more like a straighter look as opposed to a curlier look. So I'm gonna use the super jumbo rollers, which is the 2-inch rollers. So make sure it's all the way up, 90 off the top of your head, so that it gives the most volume. Just let it set, and now I'm gonna go on with the makeup tutorial. So I have put some moisturizer on my face. Again, I'm using the L'Occitane Precious Cream. It's been working really well for my skin. So those of you who are looking for a very nice moisturizing face cream for day and night, I highly recommend the Precious Cream from L'Occitane. So now I'm just gonna cover up some of my imperfection with concealer. You can use any concealer you want, but it's better that you use a waterproof, especially if you have oily skin like I do. So you can use your fingers to just dab the product on. See how it magically disappeared? A girl cannot live without concealer. So put as much on as you need. won't see anymore. So I recommend, if a lot of time when you wake up in the morning and you see your skin very blotchy, very not smooth looking, the reason for that I've experienced is that you don't drink enough water and you didn't have a good night's sleep. So ladies, having a good night's sleep is extremely important. Even though I know it's easier said than done, but try to get a good sleep because your skin affects it. You can have like a ton of makeup on, but you know, if your skin looks tired, it still doesn't do you any good. So now I'm gonna go on with the eyebrow. So I'm going to draw the eyebrow on. I find when I do the eyebrow first and then I do my eye, it's easier for me to balance. So when you have a bit more dramatic eye or darker eye makeup, it would balance more if you have a bit fuller or more darker eyebrow. Because the eyebrow will define the whole look, so it wouldn't complement as well if you had dark eye makeup with light eyebrow. So okay. Then after that, I am going to do the eyes. So as usual, I'm going to draw the eyeliner first. So draw the corners. Like that, okay? And then you are going to draw it inside like that. That's it. And then fill in or intensify it if you need to. So if you're going to do a more dramatic eye, then try to make the eyeliner a little thicker. Because if not, with a dramatic eye, the shadow tend to be a bit more darker. So if you don't draw the eyeliner thick enough, then you won't see the eyeliner much. Okay. See? Now the other eye. And also, if you tend to wear a lot of fake lashes, it's best if you draw the eyeliner thicker so that it doesn't see the line of the fake lashes. If not, then if you draw the liner too thin, then someone who's standing up close, you can see that fake lashes line. So now I'm gonna do just the wing on the corner. Okay. Usually ideal is that the wing should go like that to your eyebrow. So it's not too long and it's not too short. That should be good. Okay, so this is just more of a guideline right now. It's not finalized yet. So now I'm going to use the eyeshadow to make the eyes more dramatic. So definitely you need a highlighter on the top. So I'm just using the Strange from the Naked palette of the Urban Decay. I'm actually using the Naked number 3. I find that they have more of a, with my skin tone, I look better with more of like a plummy, purpley kind of pinkish color. So I find this palette gives me the most flattering look. So you're gonna go sweep over the whole lid with the lighter ones. And then definitely I'm gonna use the nooner, okay, just to create the base, okay, for the dark color to go on. So I find it's a lot easier to blend if you go from lighter to darker, then from darker to lighter. So we're moving up from light to dark, which I find it blends a lot more nicer. Okay, so all you do is place the product on like so and go back and forth. Back and forth. Okay. So even though it doesn't show on camera that it's intense, in real life it's intense. So therefore, please use your discretion. On video, because of the lighting and the camera, it doesn't show like it would in real life. So please just use this as a guideline. And then, adjust accordingly to your personal liking. So that should be a fair amount of base for the eye. Okay. Now I'm gonna go into the factory, which is right here. Okay. And intensify the bottom a bit more. So with the nooner, I went all the way up here as well. So as I go darker, I just stay closer to the lash line. See, just back and forth, back and forth. Now, I'm gonna go into the black heart, which is the darkest one that they have right here. So with this, I'm going to change the brush to a more, this one, okay? so it's easier to contour, whereas this one is more flatter. Okay, this one is more round, so it's easier to blend. So you just dab it on like this and just flick it so the excess comes off. Okay, and then just dab. So you can build this up as dark as you would like it, okay? So I recommend that if you want a more dramatic eye look, before jumping right into black, use colors like these. It's a lot more softer than black, but yet it still makes you look like you have a smoky eye or a dramatic eye look. And then you can move it up higher if you like. So let's say if you had eyelids like mine, that the eyes are small but you have a wide space of skin up here, it's best to bring the darker higher up so that it makes the white area up here less white, which makes your eye look as if it's bigger. The more space you have of the skin here, the smaller the eyes will look. That's just common, sense. When something's more, it makes the other one looks less. So if you have eyes like mine that is small eyes and you have a huge space of skin here, your eyes will stand out more if you make the lids a bit darker. See, I'm bringing it as high as up to here. So it doesn't seem like it, but it looks quite dark in real life that I'm looking at the mirror that I have here right now. It looks 2 times more intense than it does on camera, so just so you know. And then now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add a bit of dimension by putting a bit of shimmer in between the tear ducts. So I'm going to use this one right here. Okay, I find it's very nice on camera. So close your eyes so that you don't get these into your eyes. See how it adds a bit of shimmer into the eyes? It just looks, it reflects the light very nicely. Okay, so if you wanted to have a more like a neutral, like a natural look, then you can use the shimmer under the eye as well for more of a softer. See? For more of a softer look. But then I'm going to do the other eye with the darker bottom so you can see the contrast, the difference, okay? So this is the softer look, and then I'm going to use the other eye with the dark side, which is that one. see the difference between one, the darker side and the lighter side. This one tends to look a bit better for a day, so you can still wear a smoky dark eye for day if you have the lighter ones, and this one you can wear for nighttime. So let's say if you were to wear this during the day and then at night just add this on top of this, then you can pull it off for more of a dramatic look. So I'm just gonna make this side the same as this. And then I'm going to add a bit of shimmer on this side. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to curl the lashes. Again, hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then squeeze and let go, squeeze and let go, so that it gives it a nice curl. Okay, same thing on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze, let go, squeeze, let go. So now if you like, what I've been doing that I find is quite neat, I've been drawing eye glitter liner onto the lash line just to make, you know, your eyes pop a little bit more. So this is optional if you want to, but you don't have to. But today I'm going to show you putting on false lashes as well. So I use, these are the ones that I got from Vietnam. They're great. I find that I like to use the number 4 lashes. It's not as long as all the other ones, like number 8, 18, and it still gives me the length that I want, but it's more of a natural look. A lot of time when you wear it so long during the day, it tends to look a little bit more fake. So I'm going to use these ones today. So okay, so you're going to need a tweezer. Okay, it's better to apply the lashes on with a tweezer. The lash glue that I use is the Duo dark tone, so it goes on dark. They have the whiter ones, but I find that it takes a long time to dry and it shows. So I use this one. So what I do first is that when I take these out, my eyes tend to be small or short, so I find these a bit too long. So I tend to take both of them, put them together like this, and then I just, you know, eyeball it. So from experience, I'm only up to about there, right? So what I do, just to make it quick, is that I use the tweezer to cut it. 1, 2, just snap it out. So I did for that, and I'm going to do for this one. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I did that, and now I'm gonna hold it like this, and I'm going to put the glue, a decent amount of glue on it. Okay, like so. So for those who are beginners of lashes, false lashes, it definitely takes practice. When I first start using these, I cannot get them to stay, and they feel extremely uncomfortable on because of the position that I put them in. So for those who are experienced, then you know you can skip this part, but for those who are not, eyelash is something that you need to get used to wearing. If not, it can be quite heavy, it can feel uncomfortable, even though it looks great, but you want to feel comfort, because if you're wearing it for the whole day, you know, comfort at the end of the day is the most important thing. So my trick that I found that made me more comfortable wearing these false lashes is that I put them in. I put the glue onto the lashes so it looks like this. Okay? And then literally wait for 20 seconds. The reason why is that if the glue is not tacky, meaning if it's not a bit more sticky, when it goes onto your eye, it will bounce right out and then it's going to get really messy. Because after you have all your, you know, eye makeup done, you don't want to have to go back and redo it because of, you know, the mess that you made with the glue from the false lashes. So be patient, wait for it to, you know, get tacky, at least 20 seconds, because it definitely makes a difference. Because when it's become tacky, you just have to place it on and it stays. And that's one thing that many times I make the mistake of, and I finally got it. So just wait for it to become tacky, and then what I do is I use the tweezer like this. I hold it and then I place it in the middle first. So try to measure it in the middle. So when the middle stays and then I start connecting the corners, I find it's a lot easier. So I'm going to do this close up so you can see. Okay, see what I mean? Once you let it become tacky, it will stay right away when you put them on. If not, then it will move back and forth if it's not tacky or it's not almost dried. So one thing that I have to note, that when you put them on, try to put them on the skin, not the lash line, because if you put it on the lash line, one, you feel it and it's very uncomfortable throughout the day, and second, when you take them out, you're going to rip out your lashes. So please, even though, have them as close to your lash line as possible, but not on the lash line. That's why I recommended that you I see that they are a bit over dry now because I've been leaving it more than 20 seconds. So I'm just going to reapply it. It's better that you take your time with this part so that when you go to the party, you don't have your lashes falling out, which is not very nice. So, see? Now it stays, okay? If there are glue sticking up your lid, don't worry about it. Don't attempt to take it out right away because when it's still white, because it's gonna be very messy. Let it dry completely and then it'll just peel off. So, I know I'm taking a bit of a time with this lash thing, but for beginners, these are important tips that I've learned the hard way that can help you. So, once again, please don't put the false lashes on the lash line. It should be on your skin, close to the lash line, as close as possible, but not on the lash line. Because I've did that, put it on the lash line, I ripped out, I would say, half of my lash, and it took a long time for it to grow. So be very careful. So again, place it in the middle. See, I hold it too close to the lash line. To the, I hold the tweezer too close to that, so it sticks. So, okay. So, like I said, like I mentioned to you, I'm putting it on the skin, but very close to the lash line. Okay. So by having it on the skin, it feels a lot more comfortable. Seriously. So I'm just gonna let it dry. Okay, so remember I mentioned to you how I made the liner a lot more thicker? It kind of cheats and makes the the line of the false lashes less noticeable. So after you put them on, make sure you go through it and make sure they are sticking right onto the skin. Because one time I didn't take my time putting the lash on properly, and then I went to a wedding, and halfway through the night this thing come off and I didn't have glue on with me. It was a pain, and I had to take the lashes off, and I had this white line around, because when the glue peel off, it peels off your eyeliner too, so it's really a pain. So by you taking time doing the false lashes properly, you can go on the whole night feeling confident that it stays on. So this was the glue that stuck on, and now that it's dry, it just came right off. See? So I'll let that dry before I draw the eyeliner glitter on. So just make sure that they are all. And also, one tip that I've noticed is that if you put the false lashes near the lash line, and then your eyes happens to water throughout the night, it dissolves the glue and this start peeling off. So again, ladies, I know I'm repeating myself, but to help your lashes and to make yourself feel comfortable throughout the night, don't put the false lashes onto the lash line. Just very close to the lash line. It should be on your skin, just about that little bit away from the lash line, and then you will feel comfortable the whole night. So, and then you can adjust accordingly. Okay, so while I wait for that to dry, I'm going to contour my nose. So you can put on the powder first, then contour your nose, or contour your nose, then put on the powder, it doesn't matter. But if you are trying to get used to contouring your nose and the line seems to be more, like harsh, then you can draw the contour on first, and then just dust a loose powder over it lightly, just to blend it. See? Instantly a nose lift. And now I'm going to just use and dust my face with the loose powder. So I'm dabbing it on so I get the most out of the product. Now I'm going to do the blush. This is been my favorite blush by far. It's the blush from Motive. It's called Porcelain Doll. It just gives you a very natural pinky blush that, you know, it looks as if you just blushed yourself, and it's really pretty on under the lights because it has a bit of a shimmer as well. So definitely highly recommended. Now I'm gonna do the highlighter. This is my my favorite part of you know, contouring, is that this highlighter makes it look so nice under the lights or under the sun. If you're going out during the day or even on camera, it reflects the light of the camera very nicely and just give you a nice, beautiful glow. You can also use this in the center, a little bit on top of your lips if you wanted to highlight your lips, and then you can use it on your brow bone as well. So, okay. And now I'm just going to line my lips. You can use any lip color you want, but I recommend if you're doing a very dark eye, then you should try to keep your lip more neutral. Another thing that I recommend is that I don't know about anyone else, but I noticed that whenever I use mascara, even from the most expensive brand, my eyelash tend to fall out. You know, if any of you experience the same thing as I do, I try to avoid wearing mascara. So even though it looks great, but I find, you know, many times that every time I wear mascara and when I wash them out, my lashes come out. So I don't use mascara as much. So therefore, during my day makeup, I try to draw a thicker eyeliner to make it more stand out in replacement for mascara. And then I would use these false lashes in replacement for mascara. So I know sometimes ladies would like go over it with the mascara after you put on the false lashes, but to me it's really not necessary. So once you curl it, you know, it blends in with the false lashes. So I save one step of mascara, and also I find that it doesn't make my lashes fall out. So that's just an FYI for you. Now I'm just gonna line my lips with the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip in 3C color. Okay. So if you're gonna be drinking or you know, eating throughout the night, it's best to just draw your whole lip so that it doesn't fade when you're eating or drinking. And then you can put a gloss over it or just, you know, leave it like that. It's up to you. Now last, I'm going to draw the glitter eyeliner on. Okay, so this one I'm using is like a pinky. There are a few colors that I got from the Sephora holiday collection. So these are the 4 that they have. Okay, you can use whichever one you like, but I'm just going to use this one. So another thing is that when you take the liner out of the product, majority of the time it's more highly concentrated at the beginning. So rather than drawing it from this way over, I'm going to get a lot of glitter here. I'm gonna try to do it backwards. Like that. See? So what I'm doing is just drawing right on top of the false lashes line. So it just gives it a little bit more glitter look that I find really reflects nicely in the evening. So I tend to put too much on that side, so I'm going to do the same thing on this side. That should be good. Okay. Probably just a tad more. And then if you want to be a bit more standing out, you can add a little bit in the tear ducts. Okay. Right there. So just, you know, give it a nice shimmer, sparkle. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to take out the hair. So as you know, today I'm using the bigger ones compared to the last time I used a smaller one. And another thing about today is that I parted my hair in the middle. So for those of you who want to have a different look, you can also part your hair differently, and it will definitely change the way your face look. So today, my hair is more in the middle, and I suppose so. This is after there's a bit of a crimp here, so I might need to go over it with a bit of the blow dryer with a round brush just to smooth that out. But usually you can have your hair part on the side like this. If you want a more softer, you know, side swept kind of look, okay? So this also will give you one look as well, right? So since it's parted on a darker angle, it tends to give you a little like a side bangs kind of effect. So that's more of a softer look. If you like to have that. And then if you want more of a middle look, it's more, you know, I would say a bit more severe, looking like mature looking if you part it in the middle. So it's up to you on how you would like it to be. But today I'm gonna leave my hair more in the middle, so I just have a bit more volume all over. So this is the effect of the bigger rollers. So it just give you an option of the different looks that you can do with the hot rollers. So once again, thank you so much for watching this tutorial. Again, adjust it to your personal liking, and again, give me a thumbs up if you find that this video is helpful, and please help me to raise awareness for my cause against child sex slavery and human trafficking. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye everyone!